Hey, it's Nick Walters again with Easy Grants, and I'm going to share with you my Nick's Picks favorite grants of the week for the week of January 31st. Every week I get to share with you ones that I think are really fun or cool or a way to be able to connect in a diverse type of ways from the arts to education to healthcare. And we've got some more for this week. Let's start off with the JA Community Foundation, and JA stands for Japanese Americans. So this is specifically focused on Japanese life in the United States and how they can focus on seniors for health and services, arts, history, culture, and then also for youth. If you're a 501c3 organization and you would like to do something to promote Japanese American life or that of Japanese culture, the JA Community Foundation grant may be just the thing. If you want to learn more about it, you can go back to our website at easygrants.us, look for that big blue button called Nick's Picks, and get all of the information. There's a February 20th deadline for the last part of that grant. The Hearing Health Foundation, with a February 25th deadline, is all about the money to help understand more information about hearing health. Now, we didn't say listening health because my wife has told me that's my problem is listening, not hearing. So this is all about hearing health, whether it's about pediatric hearing or Meniere's disease or genetics, a myriad of things that this money can go for. So this type of research, up to $50,000 is available. You can learn more about this back at our website at easygrants.us, looking on that big blue button called Nick's Picks, where you get all the information about this. The Camisa Foundation focuses on Pueblo Native American culture, on oral histories, traditional arts, uses of technology. It could be all kinds of awards, everywhere from up to $3,000 to $12,000. Keep in mind, a lot of nonprofits and a lot of foundations give out monies that are not always huge amounts, but that also keeps the application fairly simple most of the time. So it may very well be worth your effort with this February 11th deadline for the Camisa Foundation, particularly promoting Pueblo culture, traditional life ways, things that really make a difference within that culture. You can learn all about it by going back to our website at easygrants.us, clicking on that big blue button called Nick's Picks, and get all the details. Now, if you happen to live in Iowa and South Dakota, the Wellmark Foundation, which is focused on Iowa and South Dakota health initiatives, is really looking for opportunities to have grants of up to $100,000 that can go over a 2-year time period, really focused on access to healthy foods and then also ways to do more outdoor education or fitness. It could be bicycle repair stations or waterway access so that you could canoe or to paddle more. Any way to be able to get up, get out with healthy foods as well as a healthy environment. So if those $100,000 are some things that are interested to you, then you ought to go back to our website at easygrants.us, look for that big blue button called Nick's Picks, and learn about more from the Wellmark Foundation. It's got a February 16th deadline, so you'll want to jump on that. You do have to be a 501c3 organization in order to apply. The Anderson Ranch Arts Centers is all about finding a way for more people to learn about artistic studio, state-of-the-art equipment, and a residency for you to go and spend time to learn more about how to actually do your art. This is for working artists, primarily for them to gain a lot of feedback and to learn more. It's housing, it's studio space, it's meals. It's up to a 10-week program. There's stipends for all of that as well. Your application process will end on February 15th if you're interested in the Anderson Ranch Arts Centers Recognition Program. You can learn about this grant by going back to our website at easygrants.us, clicking on that big blue button called Nick's Picks, and get all of the details. The National Fish and Wildlife Foundation has a coral reef conservation fund. Now, if you live in Kansas, I hate to tell you, you're not going to be able to apply for this. But if you get up from Kansas and go to where there's a coral reef, you might really have an opportunity to go spend some time to do more about understanding how to manage this ecosystem that is a coral reef. So the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation is looking for pre-proposals by the 10th of February. They've got over $1 million in grant money that they're going to put out for this. So these could be organizations throughout the U.S. as well as U.S. territories that could apply for these. So if you're interested in what the Coral Conservation Fund is doing through the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, go back to our website at easygrants.us, click on that big blue button called Nick's Picks and learn all about it. Our last one is not a grant to a nonprofit, but it actually goes to restaurants. Uber Eats and Visa have connected up with a group called LISC in 10 of the larger cities in the United States for grants up to $10,000 to a restaurant, specifically to be used for payroll. It could be used for vendor expenses. It could be used for upgrading your technology. So the deadline is coming quick, so you may want to jump in it very quickly to be able to access these funds that have come through the Grants for Growth program as a joint effort between Uber Eats and Visa, specifically for restaurants that we know have been hit so hard because of COVID. Hey, it's Nick Walters. Thank you so much for spending some time. Keep doing what you're doing. Until next time I see you. Thanks.